politics now. The National Assembly Justice and Legal Affairs Committee has introduced a raft of changes to the IEBC Amendment Bill 2024 in a move that could have far-reaching consequences should the report be adopted by the House. Among the proposed changes is a revision to the term of the office of IEBC Secretary, who is also the Chief Executive Secretary, to the single 6-year term. KTN's political affairs reporter Daniel Kariuki with the recommendations.
Debating this afternoon, this particular.
In its report, the National Assembly Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, JLAC, has gone against the decision by the National Dialogue Committee to pass the IEBC Amendment Bill 2024 as is without any alterations, after it proposed key changes to the bill to guide electoral reforms in the country.
Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs.
JLAC has proposed to revise the term of office of the IEBC Secretary, who is the CEO, to a single 6-year term. After completing his or her term, the Secretary shall not be eligible for reappointment. NADCO had earlier proposed that the Secretary shall hold office for a term of 3 years and may be eligible for reappointment for one further term of 3 years. On the IEBC selection panel, the House team agreed on the need to expand the membership from a current 7 to 9, with the panel being consisted of 2 persons nominated by the Parliamentary Service Commission, representing the majority, minority parties or coalitions of parties. It will also consist of 3 persons nominated by political parties liaison committee. Further, it will consist of 1 person nominated by the Law Society of Kenya, 1 from the Institute of Certified Public Accounts of Kenya, and 2 persons nominated by the Interreligious Council of Kenya. Further, JLAC recommends that the expenses of the selection panel becomes a charge on the budget of the Parliamentary Service Commission. The current selection panel that was appointed by President William Ruto will stand dissolved should the bill sail through. However, members in that panel can be selected afresh in the new panel.
Haswa tukiangalia lile jopo vile lilivyokuwa limeundwa. Kwa hivyo baada ya kuwa watu walishikana pamoja na kuzungumza ili kupata uwiano, ni vyema tuwe na hao watu 9 katika jopo ili tuweze kupata taaluma tofauti tofauti.
The law provides for 7 members of the selection panel, and it was felt that political players who are majorly political parties and other societal interest groups, including religious sector, did not have adequate representation in the selection panel.
The committee also seeks to institutionalize the boundaries delimitation process within the law and ensure it is no longer a schedule but part of the act.
Ile mipaka vile itakavyokuwa imeamuliwa ndio mipaka ambayo itaweza kuwekwa rasmi na ijulikane kuwa ni mipaka rasmi ya mambo ya uchaguzi, ndiposa pia tuzuie mambo ya udanganyifu.
The George Muragara-led committee has also proposed the amendment of Clause 6 and establish a timeline for election results after each general election within 1 year and a half. NADCO had earlier proposed that the review be done within a year.
Every electoral cycle, we come back with amendments to the Elections Act. And Madam Speaker, the reason we do that is because we never get it right. Every election cycle, there's a problem. And I think we need to interrogate the deeper issues that bedevil our election process.
The bill, which is part of 8 others that seek to anchor the NADCO report into law, was introduced in Parliament earlier this year, with the leaders from across the political divide calling for its implementation in its original form. Daniel Kariuki, KTN News.